So yeah, welcome back to the Take It Easy podcast. We have Andy on. If you've not watched part one, please watch part one of Andy, how his using went and how bad he got, and part two, which I always say is the most important because it shows how he got clean, which is the most important part of a message. We're all the same. I believe we're all the same. Our using takes us the same places. We all do the same mad shit, but how did you get clean is probably the most important thing because that's what's going to help people. So welcome back, Andy.
Hi, Mike. Right, here we go. The best part, isn't
So
it?
we're gonna start on the moment, the moment that taking it back to 13 months. What was the moment where you went, right, I need to get clean here?
Right. Let's just jump forward 10 seconds. So I had a 3-year addiction, 2 years I enjoyed, the last year I hated, tried constantly. The 6th and the 10th, 23, I met my partner. We went on a date. You'll think I'm crazy, everyone thinks I'm crazy, but to this day I still believe the big fella down there said it to me. She saved my fucking life. And I've got a few people I can speak to, and I'm speaking to one. I've really met someone nice. She's totally the opposite to me. She is absolutely lovely. If she's more laid back, she'd fall over. Never in our world, in our very world, very naive. I could run rings around her if I wanted to. She was everything I wanted. Totally against drugs. Told her what I was. Told her I'm a recovering addict, and we started seeing each other.
Very honest. So you're very honest from the start.
Very honest from the start. I told her I was a recovering addict. Every now and then, I might fuck up. I've opened the door there for myself. So she's absolutely lovely. The best thing that ever happened to me. And everyone who's met her, my kids and that, everyone's loved her straight away. She's nicest, like very naivety in life to our life. Yeah, you get me. Yeah, I could run rings around her, but Christmas time now was coming up. Christmas time, work dues. I didn't want to go out because I know what's going to happen. We go out. We know what's going to happen, don't we? One beer, bang, or even be ordering a tackle before we go out. I had a work due to go to for business. I had to go to this one work due, and they were drinking beer. Someone just give me one bag, and I took this bag, and then picked her up, made my nose bleed. So I picked her up. We've gone back. She didn't know no difference. One bag tickles the size, didn't it? And my nose started bleeding, and she got a little bit upset, crying, like, I don't want this in my life. And I tell you now, listen, I'm a man's man. I've got a bit emotional, started crying, like, what the fuck have I done? Why am I throwing this away over her? That's the 20th of the 12th, 23. That's the last time I used. Been a lot of hard times. I've had to make that choice. What do I want? Do I want this woman in my life who we didn't know was going to be where we are today? We're two opposite people, but we've really gelled together, get on well, we fell in love.
So you've give up there 5 days before Christmas.
Yep, which is a hard time.
What?
Christmas time, to anyone trying to get over it, is a hard time if you're going out. Probably don't even try while you're going out at Christmas. Just start after Christmas. Yeah, 5 days before Christmas. But I wasn't going out. I wasn't putting I know, don't put myself in circles. I can't do it. You can't put yourself around people. Was it battle? It affected me. She's absolutely lovely. So then I met one thing that stands out now, and I can rectify a wrong. There's quite a lot of rectifying actually to do, be done, isn't there? But when I went to a group party with two group of her friends, but you know what? I wish I never went. I wasn't the person I am now, because all my mind was bang, 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 cocaine. All I was there, all I had on my mind was cocaine at the time. This was probably 2-3 months after, and I wasn't thinking right. I probably couldn't tell no different. But I was still getting over it in the mind because we was in a house having drinks. I'm like having a party, we talk cocaine. In my world, we're like, you can have a party. Yeah. So I wasn't in, but you know what? I've met them all now, and they're all lovely, and I can't wait to see them all again because now they see the real me. And they've probably seen all my posts on social media thinking, what's this crazy fucker doing? But they don't know the end point where I'm coming out to help people. Crazy times in the recovery since then. I believe anyone...
Sorry, just to stop this. So have you done this all on your own?
Yes, with my partner. I say to her, without you, I wouldn't have done this. She goes, but you've done it. But without you, I wouldn't have done it. Without her, I'd be bang on it. I know. If we split up now, I know the first thing I'd probably go and do. Shameful, I know. I don't know. I don't want to be put up. We won't split up. You know, we've gone in 15 months, we've gone from meeting each other to getting engaged, wedding booked, and I'm now in a cottage where we've just bought a little cottage together. Business is back. You know, it's been a crazy thing for 15 months. I've had many a times where I think anyone in recovery, agree or not agree, this is my opinion, cut the booze out. Whether you've got a drink problem or not, you don't go out drinking anymore. You don't drink at home, you don't drink with your partner, you just don't drink. Not telling you can't drink in the future, just that's a big trigger. You know, your circle of friends that you go out with, you've got to cut them out of your life. And I would say, if they're your friends, they'll be your friends at the end of the journey. You've got to, you can't be around people. It's too strong, that stuff. And this is what I do get, which I feel I'm very blessed. I've got a partner who, I can be honest, when I've had triggers, I can tell her I feel like using. Now, I totally agree. A lot of people have probably put their wives or husbands through crap and they can't admit to them, I feel like using. I totally get that. They can't. You've run them a dog's life, haven't you? But I can tell my partner, do you know what, I really feel like using. I had one time at the gym. My gym's probably about 5 miles. When I left this gym, I knew exactly what I was going to do. She was going to go to the gym. And I was ringing her, don't go. She wasn't answering the phone. And I knew when I pulled my car around, if her car wasn't there, I knew what I was going to do. I was going to reverse up and get myself a ticket or two. I knew that's what I was going to do. Her car was there. And I believe that's the only time she's ever missed a gym appointment. And I believe that happened for a reason. And all I wanted to do was put her arms around me and cuddle me like a baby.
That's everything happens for a reason, doesn't it?
Yeah, it might sound sloppy, but sloppy and people can laugh at me. But listen, I'm 30 months clean, so you can all laugh what you want. And then I had another, the triggers are bad. You've got to overcome them. They are bad. And I always tell people, me and you, we're going to go out tonight. We're going to go have a party. We know what we're going to do. But now we're not doing it. So now you've got an empty Friday night. You've got to fill that with something else. You're your football, aren't you? I say,
so obviously I have CA meetings. So I go to, I think early on in my recovery, I was at a meeting 6 nights a week. And like now, I'll do either a Friday night or a Sunday morning or Sunday night meeting. Because I've got a sponsor and stuff like that. I've got sponsees that I work with throughout the day and shit like that. But yeah, I get loads of thoughts of using.
Yeah.
It's fucking worse lately.
I remember a good friend of mine, he won $500,000 on the lottery, or $250,000. He's 15 years clean. I won't say his name, but you know who he is. And he sold his house, and he had 140 grand. Now he had $250,000 or $500,000 on the lottery. We know what he done it all on. He went into a 5-day coma, but 60 odd grams that he had in his body, come out of coma, straight back to it. He's clean 15, probably 17, 18 years now. I remember speaking to him on a Saturday. This is where the one day at a time comes. I said, blah, 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 I want to be clean for next week. He goes, Andy, one day at a time. And that's what I clicked it from. One day at a time. Yeah, still today. Still today. The day's not over yet. The day's not over. One day at a time. And one thing you've got to make
why it's so important that, because
that one day at a time.
Not every day is fucking great. Not every mood that I'm in personally is going to be good. But I wake up the next day and I go, fucking hell.
I had it before Christmas, or was it after Christmas? As crazy as this was. I felt rough. So my gym's, I'm Chelmsford, my gym's in Whitton, which is 5 miles up the road. I went up to this gym, I felt rough. My partner's away, but I felt rough. And I've gone in the gym, I've literally turned around, come out of there thinking, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get a bag. I feel rough. A bag's going to sort me out.
Yeah.
It's crazy. The bag's going to make me... I put it on a TikTok, lemsip or cocaine. But people who use will understand it. But what I do, I've got a couple of good friends. I phone one of my friends up and I talk to him all the way while I'm coming back. So I go past my persons. I go past there, get back, and I keep myself in here, keep on the top phone to me.
Are they sober? Are they sober or just friends?
Yeah, sober. Well, no, sober. I don't talk to anyone who uses like that. No one who drinks.
There's no point because they're not understanding.
I've had a lot of people stick beside me, and I'm very grateful to them. And I've gone and I want to apologise to a few people what I haven't done. Now I went to I apologise to this person. I apologise. I went to his stag do. I'm not going to say names, but he was a very, very dangerous person, very lively in his day, very right up there. He was Premiership. Yeah. And I went to his stag do. I was a fucking prick I made of myself. I'm coming out with stuff until this stag was about 3 years ago. It still played on my mind what a prick I made of myself. And I spoke to him before Christmas. And I said, you know what? I want to apologise for how I was. And he just laughed at me because he's been like that. But I felt good apologising. I would like to.
You know, like apologising, and I'd love to make this point, isn't always for the other person. It's for putting your mind at rest.
Yeah.
You know, making amends. I've had to do it on a 12-step program. Most of the people I've made amends to have gone, Michael, I see what you do today. I appreciate your apology. I'm fucking not really arsed, mate. But it's the one where I could be trying to get sleep at night and I'm going, fucking, I can't believe what I did to that person or how I treated them. But once I've made an apology, you know, an apology is an amends. There's a difference between an apology and an amends. Saying I'm sorry, and then I always follow it up with, listen, if there's anything I can do for you moving forward, I'll do it for you to make an amends. Some people I've not been able to make amends to because
no, I totally get that. Everyone's different, aren't they? You know, the one thing that does me, you asked me, have I got kids? I've got 4 grown-up children. I've never hid nothing from them. You know, and they don't follow me on socials. They don't comment because they're probably embarrassed by their dad, and I totally get that. But I wish sometimes they would see, do you know what? Your dad's, I feel a bit emotional, a bit weird now. So I feel like, yeah, your dad's done some fucking shameful things.
Mate.
We've done some really terrible things, you know, and I feel like, yeah, but out of a negative, look what your dad's doing now. Look what he's helping. But they're in a different world, and I totally get that. But I'm just doing a lot of good at this now.
Correct. And you know what? Like, it's just like my little 8-year-old daughter.
Yeah, that makes me a bit emotional saying that because then
my little 8-year-old daughter, you know, I've only just been able to start writing her letters after 2 years. She knows her dad's well.
Yeah.
She knows her dad's well, and she'll see what I do today. Like, and I had it right at the start of my journey, right? When I started on TikTok and stuff like that, people were going, "You're fucking mad." My own dad, "You're mad, Michael. You're fucking calling yourself on social media.
Look how much good you do.
You're calling yourself. You're embarrassing yourself." No one says it today, mate.
No
fucker says it today, mate.
Listen, I think 90% of the people on social media do work out, as we said the other day, and I'm not going to know who's a fucking total twat. There's a couple of twats on there, but let them get on with it. We're just doing positive, ain't we? Which is
you're always going to get it, and you've got to look at. And I've never been a hateful person. I've had loads of problems. I've had loads of problems in my life, like being selfish and stuff. I've never been a hater. Never hated.
You know what? The one thing I've not lost no friends through this. I've had one close friend who don't get me wrong, when in my addiction, he lived around the corner from me, and me and him partied hard. Fuck me, we could write, the stuff we got up to is comical, it's unbelievable. And in my recovery, we sort of drifted apart. I don't hear from him, and it's my partner's birthday, and he was to come, and he didn't come, and that hurt me.
You know, I think I drifted apart.
I
drifted apart from a lot of fucking people. But I don't speak to my mates that I grew up with as much today. I'm not saying I do. I've just started going back playing football, training on a Wednesday night in my old area because I've moved complete towns and everything.
Yeah.
And I don't speak. I do speak to my mate, but I do speak to him. About 35, and I don't go to the pub anymore. There's not much conversation to be had these days, unfortunately.
No, because I get it. Some people probably are sick of hearing about cocaine, but we don't.
Yeah, you know, I'm going to be honest. The last thing my mates who are used to drinking use with, who just go out on a Saturday night, the last thing they want to hear from me is on a Monday. I promise you, he rings them up going, "All right, mate, how are you?" And they're still a bit more. I wouldn't answer the fucking phone either. You know what I mean? So, but I do speak to, you know, couple of my best mates I speak to all the time. But I have lost a lot of people, but I've got fucking gained so much from it.
Yeah, definitely. To be honest with this fella, if we bumped into each other now, we'd probably give each other a hug. There's no falling out there. I was just a bit disappointed.
That'll come. That'll happen at some point.
Actually, I do believe him. It's been told, and I can't speak for him. Not in a horrible way, but he's jealous of me, the route I've took. He wants to be where I am.
Maybe.
Not in a horrible way. And I totally get that, because you look at people who are getting clean, and when you're using, that's the one I think you lie to yourself. So me and you, we're pals and we're out. All right, Mike, you used last night? No, I didn't. No, we fucking did. But we're lying to each other.
I said it on my last podcast. Like, my mates have been going, "Fuck me, I've not seen you in pub for a bit. You're doing well." And I'm like, Mate, I've been dry sniffing in my bedroom for fucking days, mate.
Yeah, I know. I had
It's
the other
terrible.
experience was a few months ago. Do you know what? I come out. I'm gonna be careful because me person. I still see him and I still wave to him. Never tries to ram it down my throat. I come out the supermarket and I see the people there in their car. That triggered me mental. Again, people are going to think I'm crazy. I got in my car. Please God help me. This is really triggering me. This is really triggering me. And the words will come back. I'll give you Lucy. What more do you want me to do? I've come out the car park. All the feelings are gone. Call me crazy, call me I'm on the pipe, I'm on the gear now, thinking that. That's what happened to me.
Yeah.
And that
What
was...
give, and obviously you put your message out there on TikTok.
Yeah, just trying to spread it. Like,
What would your advice be for people out there
my
that were struggling? It's
advice
going to
was
be,
go for it.
sorry, I'm not bringing up your age, but you've got a few years on me. So it's a
55.
different kind of fucking people that are going to relate to you. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? So I've got friends similar age to you who are still, I've lost a friend similar age to you back in June last year whose heart stopped on a session. Do you know
What a
what I
common
mean?
thing.
He was at that age where he still thought he was a kid. He wouldn't listen to anyone, and God rest his soul, he's not with us today. But what would you
If
give to
someone wants to
somebody out
recover,
there?
do you want to recover first? Don't think it's going to come easy. Do you want to do this? But you want to recover, but you want to go down the pubs with your mates tonight where you're not ready to recover yet.
No,
Cut the booze out. Cut the booze out.
cut the
Cut your
booze
friends
out,
off.
100%.
Cut your friends off.
Yeah,
Cut your friends off. You have to cut your friends off. You cannot be random. If you can be random, you're a special type of person because I don't know anyone who could be random. If you can be honest with someone, even if it's not your partner, you've got a friend there and you can be phone them up and be honest to them. If I was craving, Mike, I really want to use, I've took away the lies and deceit straight away.
yeah.
That is a big thing for
Honesty.
me. Honesty is a massive thing, and I appreciate everyone can't and fill that void up. You've got to. I love the gym. Can't there be times I've been in the gym training? I couldn't be fucked to cook, so I ordered some gear. I'm going home. Do you think I've been well because I've been in the gym? I'm having 2 or 3
Mad.
bags coming out of the gym.
Yeah,
Crazy.
no,
But
crazy, innit?
find something to fill your void, not at the gym. Cycling, walking, just you've got to fill that void up. That Friday night, that Saturday afternoon when you're using, and now you're not in the pub with your friends, you've got to fill that time up because otherwise your mind. And it gets easier with time. It gets easier. I'm 30 months in now. Am I 100%? Oh, I ain't through today yet. Are you through today yet, Mike? We're not through today yet, are we? But it does get easier. It does get easier.
It does get easier. It does get easier, but the thoughts never stop.
The thoughts never stop, but the thoughts, I would say, don't last as long, do they?
No, they don't do the fuck. No, and that's where I've had the spiritual change of what the 12-step program bring me. The thoughts come in the head.
See, I've done it twice. I never get on with that. I couldn't do the meetings, but I just have to thank my partner. She's everything has done this to me. I also think if I get little triggers in my head, I think my partner don't deserve that. I don't want to feel rough the next day. Yeah. I buzz getting up and being in the gym. And I have to think of my partner. She doesn't deserve that. She doesn't deserve it. Do you know what? If I'm going to go and use, I probably want to leave my partner because she don't deserve it. Yeah. I've got this life now that I'm not going to throw away over that.
It's kind of living on other people's will.
And do you know what? Anyone, there's so many people out there you can reach out to. If you're on TikTok, social media, just reach out to someone and talk to them. But you've got to want to do it. I would say to people, right, we've got 15 hurdles. You've come to me. We've done 2 hurdles. You're coming to me. I'm going to be beside you and behind you on the next 15. I'm not in front of you. You've got to want to do this. But you see them last few hurdles, off you go. You're on your own. Now do it. And you can do it. We're better than that. I've proved it. How many people have proved it? We're stronger than that stuff. You've proved it. Numerous people. It can be done. And life is better without that crap.
Yeah. Just going back to the drinking bit, like, I didn't think, when I first did recovery and I got clean and I wanted to go back out there, I wasn't even drinking, mate. I was just a dry sniffer, but I wanted to drink like a normal fucking person and just be that person that can go out. I couldn't do it.
We had it a few months
ago. 5 months. After 5 months, I couldn't do it. Especially around all my old friends that I knew were going in the toilet. I'm not saying that. Listen, I'm not judging them. I'm not judging them by the way, because I was fucking worse. But being around them people while I was just drinking shandies. But being around,
but you're around them.
I'm responsible for that. Yeah. I've got my own fucking.
We had the really warm weather about 5 months ago. It was on a Saturday. My wife's at a concert. My fiance's at a concert, and I wanted to go and see a couple of old mates. And I thought, do you know what? I can't, because it's not you, the people you ran there. I can't do that. I got a bit upset. I got a bit emotionally upset, thinking, I can't even have a life now. You know, I can't even go and see them people, some old mates, in which I could have phoned them up, yeah, come up here. But I guarantee out of 10 people, I know 1 or 2 who are off to the toilets. So, made my own actions there.
Sorry, I'm just plugging your laptop in before that actually. One second there. There we go. Right. So yeah.
I used to do that quite a lot, Mike. I used to be
Pardon?
phoning people. People would phone me up on the night. What you've just done there. Hey, are you all right? Have you used? And I'd like put a line over there. Yeah, hang on a minute. Rustle some papers. Boom, snoop. The fucking shit you do, don't you?
Mad.
The
It's
lies.
crazy.
But it is. Listen, I would say life is fucking better on here. And for people who don't know anyone who's not here to tell the tale, it's fucking real. And I look at
It is
people.
real.
I just look at people, couples, man and wife, and kids, and like one of them might go out and use, and the other. I'm like, why do you want to risk that? Don't ever think that one line might be one line too many. You know, it's not a natural substance to take, but I'm just totally anti-cocaine now because of the destruction it can do.
Yeah.
I'm blessed to come out the other side.
It's crazy, isn't it? That it's crazy. It's
Just blessed to come out the other side of it.
Alive.
Yeah, how would you tell someone to come off it?
I've been honest, you know, I've just, for one,
Oh, you're the beatings, aren't you?
For one, especially if you've got ADHD or you've got mental health, that needs sorting first.
Yeah, see, I can't
Because
completely
being clean and sober, you know, I'm honestly, I say I'm on antipsychotics, right? And I take 3 tablets a day. And when I started taking them tablets, I started smiling about life after a fucking day. After a day, and I remember doing the TikTok video. I was like, listen, I've started these antipsychotics. I feel different. My mind stops, mate. Do you know what I mean? My mind stops, like, and I know the difference from when I'm not on my antipsychotics and when I am. Like, I did 3 days in Fuerteventura, and I was all right for 2 of the days. Probably still had the antipsychotics in me, but when I started to notice a change in me when I was getting on the plane to come home, and I started to worrying and all that. Don't get me wrong, as soon as I landed back in the UK, I went to my dad's for my medication. But, and then I got that diagnosed, and I just went to CA meetings. It's worked for me. Do you know,
That's
I've
it.
got
That was worse.
I've got a phone book of fucking 100 people in Cocaine Anonymous. And that's what's worked for me. Doesn't work for everyone. Not everyone will do it.
No. So many.
And that's why that's the aim. That's the reason. By the way, that's the reason for this podcast like this, to show there's different ways of getting clean.
Yeah. I mean, my way's a bit. It's me. Other ways are different for everyone else.
I think sometimes, you know what, mate. Sometimes you've got to go right to the very end and have enough pain. You've got to go right to the very end, have enough pain, lose enough things, let enough people down.
I remember looking back
one day,
when I sat with my partner in the new year, looking at my business and looking at my work, and I'm like, fuck, where's my work gone? Like, I do groundworks, got my own business, people work for me. For what vehicles I got on the road? My mind had just totally. My workers would phone me up and I'd say, text me, I'm in a bad area. I didn't want to talk to them because just in case I'm like 100 miles an hour, just like now I'm bang on the ball. Pulling it all back, and that's why I love it.
So I've never been as successful as I am today, because for one, I'd lose fucking 4 days, 5 days a week through cocaine and fucking hiding away, and for two, financially, it fucking ruined me. And like today, I'm doing so well because I'm fucking present every day.
I don't really cry. I mean, I told you, and it's more than that, the money I lost. I don't really cry over that because it's done. Whatever I do, I can never get that back.
Fucking gone.
Whatever. But you know what? In the position I'm now, I'm getting it back. I'm having that back. I look on the cocaine, it's down to me. I can build myself back, and that's what I'm doing, building myself back up. I'm just like showing my story where I'm telling people I've got this cottage and I'm doing posts on that. Saying, if I could do it, you can do it. We ain't no different. Our hearts all pump the same. We'll bleed the same. You know, it's possible.
Correct. No matter what you've lost, I always say. Because I lost a fucking football career, a fucking house, my family, fucking everything I owned. So no matter whatever you've lost out there, kids, there's a way back.
Yeah, definitely.
Right, Andy, thank you for joining me today.
It's been nice, Mike. Thank you very much.
Thank you for giving me your way of getting clean and sober. And look forward to seeing your videos on TikTok. Keep doing them.
Lovely.
If it helps you and you know it's helping others, don't fucking stop.
Yeah, no, it is. You're a big inspiration, Mike. It's been a pleasure. Thank you for having me on.
Lovely speaking to you, mate. Right, cheers, guys, for watching.
Take care.
Watch out for the next podcast. The Take It Easy podcast, available on YouTube under Mad Mike Manchester and also on Mad Mike Manchester Facebook page. Thank you for watching. One sec.